Hi everyone, this is Penny with Evilsizor. Today I want to bring to your attention some new rulings from the FMCSA. We've had a few people ask and inquire about this new bond ruling, and so I thought I would just go over this with you. So I did find this link with Logistics Management, and I thought they did a really good job in explaining. I'll also include in the links below the ruling directly from the FMCSA, and then when you click this view PDF, this is what you come up with. The ruling, all from the Federal Register. Looks like it was issued November the 16th. But just for the sake of simplicity, I thought we would go over this article that Logistics Management wrote. So there is a new ruling requiring $75,000 bond for brokers for claims. Now, the $75,000 bond has been in effect for many, many years, probably close to 10 or more. It used to be a $10,000 bond forever, and then that just wasn't enough, so it was increased to $75,000. So that's kind of the norm these days. You would file either a BMC 84 or a BMC 85. If you do need help with the bonds, I can help you with that, and I'll put that link below as well. So let's just go ahead and look at this ruling and see what's going to be happening. So the FMCSA says its decision does 5 things. So let's look at these 5 things individually. Number 1, it establishes procedures and requirements for the immediate suspension of broker and freight forwarder operating authority registration if the available financial security, which is also known as the bond, falls below $75,000. So if the bond falls below because of a claim, you only have 7 days to replenish that. Otherwise, you're going to be up for immediate suspension. There's not going to be any more 30-day notice or anything like that. It's going to be immediate. So helps prevent those brokers and freight forwarders from accruing additional claims over time. So this is not going to be good for the broker, but it's going to be good for the carrier, because if the bond has one claim, it's going to go under that $75,000. So it's not going to be able to accrue all of these claims. It's just going to go, the company is just going to go into suspension, and you'll lose your authority. All right, number 3, clarifies when a broker or freight forwarder is in financial failure or insolvency and establishes related requirements. So you'll know, once you see that notice on the licensing and insurance, and it's going to be up to you to look at that. So when you go to the licensing and insurance, we call it the L&I. It's right here. And you'll put the DOT number in there and look it up. And it'll say active or inactive. So you'll want to look at that every time that you work with a carrier or a broker. All right, number 4, amends FMCSA regulations to add civil penalties for surety and trust fund violations of the regulations. Now, we get civil penalties for carriers all the time. Order to cease operations. There's, all kinds of letters that go out by the FMCSA. I don't believe I've ever seen one with a broker. So this is going to be something that you'll receive as a broker. You'll receive this penalty in the mail, and then you'll have to take care of that. All right, and number 5, establishes a process for the suspension of sureties and trust in the event of non-compliance with the regulations. Again, if your bond goes under $75,000 because of a claim, then you're in non-compliance. That's when the authority will get deactivated, and it won't be a good thing for the brokers. So this has come to the attention of the agencies. Always before, there was really nothing that happened to the brokers. You would have to file maybe a lawsuit against the broker, and good luck getting that taken care of. So this did come to the attention of the FMCSA. So, they said brokers who fail or refuse to pay carriers for legitimate services rendered will have their operating authority suspended and will be unable to continue accruing claims over time. I guess we'll just have to kind of see what this looks like on the L&I. Is there going to be a suspension, or does it go inactive? So that remains to be seen. Carriers will have more information to help them avoid contracting with unscrupulous brokers. You need to do your homework. Go on the L&I, put in their DOT number, and check their status. So truckers could also receive payment for work completed in more timely manner without the use of interpleader proceedings. So when will this take effect? Next month. January 16th, 2024 is when all the changes will take effect. So pay attention to the L&I, what we call the L&I, the licensing and insurance page, and use this to your advantage. We say this all the time. We'll see people just get taken by who they thought were brokers but didn't really do the homework. You can do the homework right here. Just enter their DOT number, go ahead and click this little CAPTCHA and hit search, and their page will come up. And then you can take a look and see what the status is. So the FMCSA's efforts to increase the barrier of entry into the brokerage industry through the elimination of fraudulent trust fund providers will make it more challenging for criminals and scammers to establish a presence in the marketplaces easily. I'm sure they'll figure something out. I mean, crooks always do. So just stay diligent, stay mindful, do your research to see who you're working with. And then you'll have less likely of coming across one of these fraudulent brokers. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and put your comments in the link below, and I'll take a look at it and see if I can answer it. Or you might just want to contact the FMCSA directly, and they will refer you to the right department to answer any questions that you have. So I hope you find this informative. This is taking place next month, and we'll see how it goes. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.